On today's podcast, we're going to be covering what does OSHA stand for, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. Many of the items that we cover here on this podcast are a very high-level version, and this is going to be no different. Today we're going to be talking about OSHA and what it stands for. Now, OSHA stands for the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It was actually enacted in 1970 and signed into law by Richard Nixon. So it essentially is going to allow for standards and practices for a safe workplace. And as you can imagine, safety is what we're all about. So that's something that we have a great interest in. Now, not following OSHA regulations and standards and practices can result in everything from injuries to fines to even death. So it's of the utmost importance to make sure that at all times you're absolutely above and beyond the standards and regulations that OSHA has in place, because you never want to get fined, because that obviously is going to take away from the bottom line. But from a employee standpoint, we never want to see injuries, and we certainly don't want to see death. So by adhering to these standards and practices, it's the things that are going to keep our employees and our staff and our overall facilities safe and keep us operating within those standards and regulations that OSHA has laid out. Now, if you want to have a much deeper dive into what OSHA does and all the different aspects of it, just go to osha.gov. And now, a word from one of our sponsors.
You want an organized workspace. You want a safe and efficient way to lay out your shop or warehouse. But it takes forever to mask and paint the floor lines, only to watch them fade and smear and have to do it all over again. The solution? Mighty Line Tape. Mighty Line floor tape is simply the most durable floor tape available. It's 7 times thicker than most other floor tapes. It's beveled on the edges so it can handle an army of forklifts. And it comes up anytime with no scraping and no residue. Why mess with the mess and the fumes of floor paint when Mighty Line has the rolls, shapes, colors, and signs that fall right in line with 5S standards? There's a place for everything, and everything has its place. That's why we're here. There's only one American-made Mighty Line tape, the only durable stripe.
You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the vodcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the vodcast at warehousesafetytips.com. And if you want to catch our podcast and or request a sample pack of Mighty Line, visit mightylinetape.com/safety tips. Thank you for watching Warehouse Safety Tips, and have a safe day.